So what up, YouTube? It's your boy GRAJSMO. And if you have a 50mm lens and you take pictures during the daytime, or if you have the 24mm pancake lens and you take pictures during the daytime, if you have any of the Canon lenses and you take pictures during the daytime, you really need to be investing in one of these guys. So this is from K&F Concepts, and I got this on Amazon. Go ahead and check the description below for a link. But yeah, I got this on Amazon and it was relatively cheap. I mean, when you really think about what you're spending on your camera, your lens, and your filters, you don't want to go with something like the Peter McKinnon, you know, variable ND filter with a Rebel SL3 or a Pancake 24 lens, just because you're not going to get the best bang for your buck. You're going to be overpaying for your filter, which, I mean, I haven't looked up the Peter McKinnon one, but there you go. Yeah, it's probably going to cost more than the lens and a decent percentage of the price of your camera. Start thinking about some of those things. Now, when it comes to things like lighting and lenses and things like that, you know, your audio, your tripod, yeah, listen, if you feel like balling out, ball out, because those things are going to last you longer than your camera body will. I'm actually feeling like I'm starting to outgrow this camera body. The 4K, just, it's good, and it's nice to have that little 4K icon pop up when, you know, I'm publishing YouTube videos. But at the same time, you've probably seen the 4K keeps losing focus and it starts hunting back and forth, and I go in and out of focus. But it is what it is. But this ND filter, if you can see, so you can see my hand through the ND filter. Now, when we go to turn it, it gets darker. And what that does, it's basically putting sunglasses on your lens so that you can keep a low aperture. Now, the low aperture or f-stop number is what's going to determine the focal like depth, or, you know, the amount of blur in the background. So if you think of small numbers and think of like very thin layers that are in focus, right? So if you have a 4, right, that's pretty big, right? So you might have like a decent distance that's in focus, right? And if you have like a 1.8 or 1.2, it's a very thin layer that's in focus. So there are certain lenses where my nose could be in focus and then my ear would be out of focus. And if you want that look where the background is, you know, blurry and you can't really tell too much, then making sure that you have a variable ND so that you can keep that number low, you know, is going to be your best bet. This is just a quick tip showing you some cool things that I picked up on Amazon for my camera setup. This is your boy GRAJSMO, and I'm out.